advice natin kay BP Lenny, huwag mo nang pasukin yung hindi mo alam.
Sec reaction lang kay Vice President Robredo. Sabi niya,
Kala ko kisulit na munsod.
kailangan daw ng mahinahon, calmer approach in pushing for better water concession agreement. Sabi niya, kapag hindi natin dinaan sa mas mahinahon na usapin, ang dami nitong collateral damage.
Siguro ang advice natin kay BP Lenny, huwag mo nang pasukin yung hindi mo alam.
What does it mean?
It means I don't think she knows anything about it. The president has made a stand, and the stand appears to be very effective. She should know that.
Thank you, Henry. Joseph, you were raising your hand. Mike, please.
Sir, comment po, si Vice deferred the release of her ICAD report. In deference to si Vice President Robredo, sir, hindi muna ulit nilabas yung ICAD report niya because there's a Davao cake.
What's taking her so long? As the president said, bring it on, whatever you want to come out with. Mahirap kasi pag wala ka naman talagang ilalabas at nag-iisip ka pa kung anong ilalabas mo, ito lang matagal.
Sir, when you say nag-iisip pa ng ilalabas, what do you mean?
Hindi nga natin alam kung ano ba yung sinasabi niyang natuklasan niya. But parang umatras nga siya doon, parang hindi naman may natuklasan. Sabi niya, ilalabas ko yung mga rekomendasyon ko. But earlier, sinasabi niya na natatakot ba kayo kung ano yung mga matutuklasan ko. And then sabi niya, ilalabas ko kung ano yung mga natuklasan ko. Ang gulo niya.
Thank you, Joseph. Follow-up, Joyce Balancho.
Sir, ang dahilan po ni VP Robredo is para hindi daw po mawala yung focus ng publiko sa pagtulong sa mga apektado ng lindol. Do you think, sir, it's just an excuse?
Ano focus?
Sabi po niya, bakit siya nag-defer dun sa paglalabas ng ICAD report is because para hindi po mawala yung focus sa pagtulong sa mga apektado ng lindol. Do you think it's just an excuse?
As I said, kung meron siyang ilalabas na masama o irregularidad, dapat from the very time of the discovery, inilabas niyo na rin. Apparently, wala naman.
So regardless dun sa sinabi niyang excuse, dapat sinabi na niya kanina?
Hindi, noon pa. Di ba sabi niya, may mga natuklasan siya. Ba't di niya inilabas? Kaya nga hinamo siya ni Presidente, di ba? Bring it on. Wala naman. Kala ko tatanungin niyo ako reaction kay Sulita Munsod. Mukhang hindi niyo alam kung ano yung, ano yung kay Sulita. Alam niyo ba yun? Kung ano yun? Ano nga? Hindi niyo naman alam kung ano yung... Partly, hindi rin kayo nagbabasa ng column niya. Basahin niyo na muna and then you ask me tomorrow.
Okay. MPC, question. Nestor.
Secretary, just on the salin of the president.
The what?
Salin
Sal.
of the president.
And?
You mentioned that the president is not mandated to release his salin to whomever wants it. But under the Freedom of Information Executive Order of the President, orders official to, quote, file and make available for scrutiny their salin in accordance with existing laws, rules, and regulations. And for just for context, sir, it was Ombudsman Martires who ordered reporters seeking a copy of the President's salin to ask Malacanang for a copy of the President's salin since his office is still finalizing guidelines regarding the release of salin.
They should wait for the guidelines.
Will Malacanang release a copy of the salin of the
The
President?
law requires them to file their SALN and the repository of those records are with the ombudsman.
But
So, nasa ombudsman yan.
pero previous presidents, sir, and administrations have released the copies of
Doesn't
SAL.
mean that he will have to follow. He follows the law. The law says you file and he filed.
So the president will not release a copy of his SAL, sir.
Final niya na nga eh. Be creative yung mga...
You're leaving it to ombudsman, sir.
Kasi nga, yun ang repository ng dokumento eh.
Next story. Thank you. Follow-up, Ina, on SALN.
Sir, why can't the president just do, let's say, what the vice president did and just
Because he
release
follows
it?
the law.
So did the
That's
vice
the answer.
Vice president and
The
other
law requires him to file a SALN, and so he filed it. And it's with the Office of the Ombudsman.
But do you see it as something? Was it wrong for the vice president and other and previous presidents to just release theirs?
Maybe
when it
that's
was
their
just-
style. This president's style is different. But he has not transgressed any law.
Okay, sir, do you have any? I know it's an independent office, but perhaps can you call on the ombudsman to just release the president's SALNs to
We
those
do not
requesting for it?
interfere with any constitutional body. Let them do the work.
Okay. Sir, just for those curious, is the president hiding anything? That's why hindi na lang po niya ilabas from
If
his
he is
office?
hiding anything, he would have not filed any SALN.
Thank you, sir.
Salamat, Ina. Follow-up, Joseph, tungkol rin sa SALN.
Sir, push lang. So it's up to Ombudsman Martires to release it.
Yeah,
Based
because
on-
that is the job of the ombudsman to release.
And there's no legal impediment ba yun or legal question? Because may nabasa ko na parang they're still trying to find a basis to release it. But if we don't have a law on the FOI, right? Not yet. But we have an executive order that says it should be made available for
Exactly.
scrutiny.
That's why he filed it. So it's available in the office of the ombudsman.
Okay. If the ombudsman releases it, you don't have any problem with it?
How can there be any problem? But that's why he filed it.
Okay. So, bahala na si ombudsman.
Thank you, Joseph. Still sa SALN, Rose.
Sir, di ba gusto ng presidente na maging accessible sa publiko yung information at hindi sila mahirapan?
Nag-file na nga. Let go.
Sir, kung dadaan pa sa ombudsman,
Abe, yun ang
mas
batas
mahihirapan
eh.
ang-
Yun nga ang batas. Ba, you want... Ba't ba pinagpipilitan yun? The law says, file it. Final. Oh. And it's the ombudsman who will release. The ombudsman says, you wait. I'm doing my guidelines. Ay, ba't di tayo makapagantay?
MBC. Follow-up, Maricel.
Sir, will there be any problem if Malacanang just release the SALN of the president para wala na lang issue?
Kayo lang naman ang gumagawa ng issue eh. As far as the president is concerned, there is no issue. The law requires me to file, I filed. You want to get a copy of it, then ask the ombudsman.
For the sake of transparency, sir,
Eh,
because the
transparent
previous
na nga. When you say
administration-
transparent, you file. The law does not require him to produce any copy to anybody who wants it.
So the president feels na it's important for the ombudsman to see the
It is
content of the
important
SALN.
to file as an SALN. That is what the law requires. He hasn't complied. He has already complied with it.
Thank you, Maricel. Any more follow-up regarding sa SALN or other matters? No more? Joseph.
So yung sa Congress lang po, may salary increase inapprovean nila yung for government workers comment parang mga 11,000 ba yan for salary grade 1 for government workers. Pero house level pa lang. In tranches naman. And if it becomes a law, it should start by January 2020. Comment, sir.
Well, if the Congress has passed that, then the workers should be happy for that.
Did you encourage the Senate to maybe work also on it and pass it before the year ends?
As we said, we the president does not really interfere with any kind of work that a co-equal branch does. Hinahayaan lang.
But it's good, no? You're giving
Yeah,
increases.
the workers should be happy.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. MPC? Henry? Rose, mic please. Si Henry.
Sek, baka pwede na naming marinig. Ano ba yung binabanggit mo kay Winnie Monsod? Please.
Oh, you have to read the column first. I cannot. You read it. I think it's a Saturday column.
Poverty data.
Basta basahin nyo. Bukas.
But
tanongin nyo.
since you mentioned it, why not? Why not tell it to us, Secretary?
Basahin nyo na muna para maganda yung discussion natin. Tsaka it's not my comment.
Thank you, sir. Joseph? Mike?
All right, so she's apparently congratulating the president.
Basahin mo muna.
Yeah,
namin
ito
yun
nga, sir.
lahat.
It's
Eh,
here,
ikaw lang naman
December
ang
14.
nagbabasa. Hindi
The
naman.
Duterte administration must be congratulated. The latest poverty estimates based on the 2018 family income show that the percentage of families who fall below the poverty threshold fell from 17.9 to 12.9. And then several paragraphs. She concludes, anyway, congratulations again, Mr. President. May I just remind you that in the Philippine Development Plan, your target of rural poverty, not just total poverty. So she's asking about rural poverty issues.
Aren't you surprised with that column?
What's your opinion?
But I'm asking, are you surprised? Suddenly, this columnist is heaping praise on the president? From the time this president assumed office, she has not said any good word, and then suddenly there is praising.
Point being,
There must be some reason. Is she laying a predicate?
what do you mean by that?
But anyway, the president asked me to give his response to this columnist. He said, tell her, I hate being patronized. F you.
Really? May F you? Is that your addition or the president?
Jay, that's what he said, F you.